Okay, we're going to shorten the project schedule. Let's go ahead and open up our Gantt view. You can see here are the tasks from start to finish, and we've made several changes in the video lesson. Let's go ahead and make those changes now. I'm going to go ahead and kind of shrink this down. All right. So a couple things. We decided we were going to take out the screenshot tasks. So let's go ahead and delete that now. I can click over here to select it, and then I can go over here to more, and I can select delete. And it will say, do you want to delete this? And you say yes. Great. Now, the thing is, though, in doing that, I've removed the task that was the predecessor for task 3. So now I've kind of broken my chain of tasks. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the new predecessor to link up these tasks again. So I'm going to go ahead and put 2 as the predecessor for task 3. Okay, great. The drafting the articles, right? We were going to do that not in 5 days, but in 4 days. Now, in order to actually make that possible, the reason why we couldn't draft articles in 4 days instead of 5 was because we were going to add another resource. So for simplicity's sake, we're going to go ahead and just copy this task, drafting articles. So I'm going to go ahead and select task number 3. I'm going to come up here to more, and I'm going to click duplicate. So now we have a second draft article task, and you can see that it is also 4 days long, but it does not have the dependencies, the same predecessors. So I'm going to go ahead and add that now. So the same predecessor as task 3. So now you can see that this second task for drafting articles is the same length, happening at the same time as task 3. Now, we are going to use PM5202, the DM English writer, for Melanie Black. But for Martin Ash, we're going to use this other role here, PM5211, which is the English subtitler, PM5211. So let's go ahead and change that here. Okay, so now we've got the second person added here. Okay, you'll notice how this task right now is blue. It's blue because it's not part of the critical path, so to speak. So for example, if we were to, task 5, editing the articles right now, is only dependent upon task 3. And so if we were to make task 3 longer, let's say that this were 6 days, you can see that this task 4, the blue one here, it's not part of the critical path. I could move it later, I can move it earlier. It wouldn't really matter because it wouldn't affect the end date of the project. But that's not really part of how we're planning this project. Let's go ahead and make task 5 dependent not only on task 3, but also on task 4. So now we can see that task 5, edit articles, is dependent on both tasks 3 and 4. So they're both part of the critical path. All right, excellent. Now let's take care of this task, edit articles. We were going to make it run in parallel with drafting the articles, but we also wanted it to finish at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and change these dependencies here. So rather than 3, we're going to say 3 finish to finish. And rather than 4, we're going to say 4 finish to finish. Okay, great. So now editing articles is going to finish at the same time as the drafting. All right, let's take care of task number, now it's task number 6, but it's the task for reviewing and approving the articles. We wanted this task to run in parallel with the edit article task, but we wanted to have it end 1 day later. So let's go ahead and change this from 5 to 5, let's see, 5 finish to finish plus 1D. Okay, so now you can see, let's check here. So the end date, the due on date here for edit articles is 7/10, and the date for the reviewing and approving is 7/11. That's great. Alrighty. Okay, now make final revisions. We decided we were going to make final revisions. We're going to split that work up between Melanie and Martin. So we're going to go ahead and duplicate this task as well. Duplicate. And we're going to put the same dependencies in here. So making final revisions is also dependent upon task 6. And publishing the articles is dependent upon 7 and 8. Also, we want to go ahead and put Martin's resource in here, not Melanie's. So Martin's was the subtitler. That's PM 5211. Okay. So how are we doing now? Let's go ahead and look at the Gantt. Let's go ahead and open this up. Let's take a closer look. So you can see now that our end date is July the 16th.